Well, thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us. Tonight, our major focus is on Edo State. The House of Representatives have weighed in, and the crisis rocking the Assembly is something that is taking a national dimension. The House of Representatives has given its position, and it appears we are all for some interesting times ahead. But quickly, let's touch on yet another very important matter. In November this year, the people of Kogi State will elect the governor. And in fact, the same will happen in Bayelsa State too. The incumbent governor, Bello, is of the APC, and he will be seeking a second term. He's gotten the party's nomination form. He will be on the ballot if he gets the party's ticket. But there are numerous people, over 50 of them that we all know now, are willing to unseat the incumbent governor, Bello. One of them is the son of the former governor of the state, Ibrahim Idris. Mr. Abubakar Ibrahim is an aspirant of the People's Democratic Party in Kogi State. He's eyeing the office of the Kogi State governor. And quickly on the program, we'll be talking to him. He joins us from Abuja studio. Let's get started with him. Mr. Ibrahim, thank you so much for coming on the program tonight. It's interesting that your father was a governor about two cycles ago. After he left office, was another PDP governor before Governor Bello, and now you're coming. The talks on the streets of Kogi State is that you are being imposed on the people of the PDP and the people of Kogi State. Does that come to you as something that is pleasant?
No, sure. Thank you very much. But I must say here that there is no imposition on the people of Kogi State by my father. If you would recall back, my brother ran for the House of Reps and he lost. So, I mean, if there was some form of imposition, that would have been a perfect time that my father would have imposed my brother into the House of Reps. Now, if he did not do that for the House of Reps, I wonder why people look at it as if he's trying to impose me as governor on the people of Kogi State. Now, it may interest you to know that apart from me, there is two former governors' children that are also gunning for the same position, and a former national chairman's son who also is gunning for the same position. Now, I wonder why the big fuss over my own candidature. I mean, it's just to be simply ridiculous that people would actually think that my father would want to impose me. I mean, if he wanted to impose me, then probably we would just say there shouldn't be any primaries. I mean, since he's a PDP stalwart, we could just as well have me take the ticket. But we're going through all the normal processes, and that is going through the primaries come September 3rd. And hopefully, if I get to win and I clinch the ticket for the party, I stand for the party. So the issue of being imposed doesn't even come at all. I mean, that is ridiculous.
If you say it is ridiculous, again, you perhaps are going to be riding on the strength that your father has been a governor in that state. So the question will be the track record of your father when he was in office. Some of the criticisms, some of your father's critics are not quite happy that you are coming. They believe that your father did not quite perform. Those are some of the criticisms on the street of Kogi today.
Well, it is quite normal for people to think that, I mean, in every situation or every society, there are people that will be for and against you. So if some people think that he didn't perform well, a good number of people believe he has performed incredibly well. Now, it may interest you to know that the agitation for my running for governorship didn't even come from my senatorial district. It came from outside, from the west and from the central. Now, if there was a reason why my father would want to impose me because he didn't do well, that agitation wouldn't come from other senatorial districts.
So why do you want to run for office?
Well, it's very simple. It's no news now that our state has steadily declined in terms of human and infrastructural capacity. I mean, civil servants have not been earning their salaries for the last 4 months to 40 months. Our pensioners haven't gotten, I mean, the civil servants haven't gotten. What about the pensioners? Now, we're talking about our education. The education is on its lowest ebb. So is the health. So is the infrastructure. I mean, there is it's a hydra head monster that, I mean, has declined so bad that somebody needs to step in to stem this and to take the state to be greater than what it apparently is right now. And I think I am the right candidate to do that come 2019.
Why do you think you are the right candidate? Out of all of, we understand that almost 40 people in PDP in Kogi State wants to be governor, wants the ticket of the party, including the likes of Senator Dino Melaye, the former governor before Governor Yaya Bello. They want the ticket of the party. Why do you think that you are the right man?
Well, judging from antecedents from what my father did in the past, again, coupled with my educational experience, my experience in the business circle, I've been running my own business for the last 2 decades, and with the political strength I come with from the family, I think I stand a very good chance to being able to run the state and run it very well.
And you think you can get a ticket ahead of Dino Melaye and a former governor?
Well, you see, the truth is, it's not about me, Sheung. It's about the state. Do you understand? For me, may the best person win. I'm not too... for me, it's not a do-or-die affair. All I want is for the good of the state. All I want is for the progress of the state. All I want is to be able to give the people of the state what is due to them. You know? I mean, it's sad that in the state you find people going ahead and committing suicide just because they haven't earned salaries. I mean, the state is so impoverished that it's alarming.
Mr. Ibrahim, one of the criticisms that some people, especially the people of APC stock in Kogi State, will tell you is that your party left that problem, that challenge in Kogi State. And this government said they inherited that problem from the PDP. How do you think that your party, the PDP, can convince the Kogi people that it wants power again with all of this history that the government of the day says they inherited some of the problem from your party?
Sure, that is not entirely true, because if I may come in here, throughout the regime of the PDP, there has never been issues of lack of payments of salaries. There's not been issues of pensioners not getting their monies. Our educational system was still running and sound. So was our health system, and quite a lot of other things. So if they say they inherited that problem, are they trying to say that we gave them a 40-month non-payment of salary inheritance? That doesn't make sense. It really doesn't.
I mean, going forward, I mean, let's get your view on what this means for the people of the state. I mean, a lot of people will agree that Kogi State perhaps is not very rich in terms of federal allocation. What idea do you have considering the increment in minimum wage and the economic situation in the country? How do you hope that you will generate more funds to run Kogi State should you win the election?
Okay, Sharon, I'll tell you this. Those are plans we intend to have, and I have them very close to my chest. But for the benefit of your question, I will tell you this. One, Kogi is a state that has a lot of arable land. It's got a lot of mineral resources. We have a lot of tourism potentials that have been untapped. Most importantly, we have a large amount of able-bodied youths that do not have jobs. Now, how do we intend to do this? First, we intend to encourage small and medium-scale industries so that with that, it gives the state a lifeline. Secondly, in the terms of agric, we intend to explore increasing our production capacity so that it could not only take care of the state, but also benefit the youth, the teeming youths that don't have jobs. Thirdly, we intend to, well, lower our taxes so that we could give a good environment for investors to come in. Now, look at it this way, typically. For an investor, you lower his taxes, give him tax holidays. But you give him tax holidays on the sense that, okay, I'm giving you this tax holidays because I want you to employ our youth. And by so doing, you're providing job opportunities for our youth. Vis-a-vis creating small and medium-scale industries where our youth can have businesses of their own that they can run.
Okay, so Mr. Abraham, I must cut you short. Sorry, apologies for that, because we need to move ahead. And I'm hoping that should you get a ticket, you'll probably be able to speak more about your programs and your agenda. But the big question is that, do you think you can get a ticket quickly?
Well, very quickly, I'm very optimistic I would get the ticket. But like I said earlier on, if I don't, may the best man win, because the whole essence is not about me, it's about the state.
All right.
All I want us to do is to be able to improve on what is right now causing the state so much hardship. So if I do get the ticket, great. If I don't, whoever wins the ticket has my support and my backing.
If you get a ticket, do you think you can beat Mr. Bello in 10 seconds?
Well, if I get the ticket, it will be now for our Kogi State people to come out en masse and vote. I mean, in the last 3.5 years,
very best, Mr. Abubakar Ibrahim, governorship aspirant of the PDP in Kogi State, one of those who thinks that they can do better than what the present governor is doing, Bello. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. We take a break, and up next on the program, our attention will shift to Edo State. We will dissect the issues for you. The takeover recommendation by the House of Representatives today is getting a lot of reactions. That's agenda tonight. Join us again.